San Francisco Mint.
I highly recommend it.
But you can't tour the West Point Mint.
Oh, you can't? Why not?
Because it's the West Point Bullion Depository.
Oh.
They frown on that.
That's where the real money is.
That's right. Well, the real money's in Fort Knox.
That's true.
Which, of course, you can't get within 10 miles of.
Wouldn't that be cool, though, if you could get a tour of that? Nobody's ever done that.
The last footage that they have is, I think, 40 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So fascinating. Well, you're watching, of course, HSN. This is our HSN vault, and we're opening up the vault, and especially we're going to open up the vault for our gold. And this is your Pump Suisse Lady Fortuna. This is your gold ingot. You get your certificate of authenticity. These are stunning, beautiful, pure gold. And you've got the 2.5 gram, or you have the 5 gram. Now, if you choose the 2.5 grams, that's $179.95. And we also have 4 flexible payments on that 2.5 grams. And there are only 82 left, Pat can correct me if I'm wrong, of the 2.5 grams. And that's $44.99. Then we have the 5 grams. And Mike, we only have about a little over 100 of the 5 grams.
Now, here's the big deal about this.
Okay.
The Pump Suisse bars are difficult to make. They're made in Switzerland. They're Swiss made, okay? They have to be individually assayed. They have to put on the Veriscan and all of those things. So for me to get these, I literally have to buy them quite some time ago. Okay. So I committed to these months ago. On Friday, gold hit a 1-year high. Since December 17th, gold is up over $250 an ounce.
Wow.
December 17th, this was my exact price on these bars. I've not gone up a penny, even though gold has gone up substantially. Right. The reason is I committed back then. So I committed when it happened to be low. So for this quantity that you see, you have the opportunity to not miss the boat on gold. So it's like going back in a little gold time machine, if you will, and being able to get this gold at the old price. When I get more of these, once we sell out the 82 2.5 grams and the 105 grams that I have, then I will have to reflect the price. Of course, the 2.5 grams are certainly going to be at least $199. Who knows? Who knows what gold's going to do Monday? I mean, it's been going gold and silver have just been like this. It's been crazy.
You don't have your little gold coin ball that you can...
No, no, it doesn't work that way. Now, like I said, I'm not clairvoyant. I don't know if it's going up, down, or sideways. It always surprises me one way or the other.
Fingers crossed, right?
That's right, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like down, but I mean, up is good too. I mean, it is what it is.
Depending on which side of it you're on.
That's right. Well, right now, you're on the right side of it if you're watching, because this is the price that I had, 3 months ago. It is my final quantities at the 179 and 339 for the 2.5 gram and the 5 gram. The amazing part about this is, look, and one of the things that we do when we sell silver, one of the reasons we've sold literally thousands of pounds of silver and hundreds of ounces of gold is this. Nobody lets you buy gold and silver like we do here at HSN. Please understand that. Because here's what you get to do. First of all, you've seen the ads out there. You want to talk to an advisor, okay, and they want to interview you or interrogate you, I guess. They won't tell you the price, and if they do, you have to buy more or less. You know what I'm saying? You have to buy more and more and more to get the right price. And then you're going, okay, now I want to put that on my MasterCard. Oh, well, that's 6.5% more, okay, is exactly what that is. So you have to pay more. And, of course, no 30-day money-back guarantee. So, by the way, I'd like a 30-day money-back guarantee, and can I get 4 flex pay and ship me the coin? They'll go, they would just, if you were there in person,
I think they might just hang up on you.
They'd hang up on you on the phone. They'd call security if you're there in person. Here's the other thing. If you're out there buying this stuff on the internet, folks, it's the Wild West out there. The amount of counterfeits in gold bars and silver bars out there it is just phenomenal. It's multitudinous. It is absolutely crazy. You are, and look, if it's a Wild West out there on the internet, look, and if you want to be a gold or silver cowboy, that's your business, but I don't really suggest that. Why not buy from a trusted source right here? We've been here selling coins over a quarter of a century. This is the most certified, safe way to buy gold. We give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. Use any credit card that you want. We make it easier to buy gold and silver than any other place, and on top of that, there is not not a single solitary place in the world that is selling you gold bars for the same price today that they were 3 months ago.
Right.
That's what I'm doing, because I'm down to my final quantities, because I committed to this 3 months ago, and I've held my price.
That's right. And if you want to be able to take advantage of that 2.5 gram, there are only about 68 remaining, and that is it. Now, if you choose the 2.5 gram, you are going to get flex pay. So there's the 4 flexible payments of $44.99 to get that at home. We've got the 5 grams. We also have, I'm holding it in my hot little hand, the 10 gram. 10 grams of beautiful gold. I mean, it's stunning.
Pure 24 karat gold.
24 karat gold. Look at that, Mike.
Yeah,
and I mean, there's such peace in mind knowing that you have that certificate, that it is stamped, that you know it's authentic, it's original. There's no mystery metals here. You're never going to guess. You know that it's Veriscanned. You can see that on the side. Mike, talk to the importance of that Veriscan.
Well, the Veriscan is you have the QRC code right here, so you can do that. Each bar is individually numbered. If you see this 10 gram, we have the 2.5, the 5, and the 10. Each bar is individually numbered that matches this serial number right here, so those have to match. Each bar is individually assayed and signed. Each bar is made in Switzerland.
Like you're so fancy when you say that.
Yes, it's a fancy thing, isn't it? As you can see, and it is Lady Fortuna, literally Lady Luck, with gold. This is 10 grams. Now, if let's say on the 10 gram bar, if you are used to 14 karat gold and pricing gold in 14 karat gold, this is the equivalent of about 16 or 17 grams of 14 karat gold for the 10 gram. This is the rough equivalent of 4 grams of 14 karat gold. So you're about basically 40-something bucks a gram, which even for jewelry, let alone in pure 24 karat solid gold bars, is what you're going to look. Each and every one individually sealed, each and every one individually guaranteed. Individually guaranteed. Unfortunately, we're less than 100 on each one of the bars. We're underneath 100. It is at this price. This is the only quantity that I have got at this pricing. Please understand, once I sell these out, I will have to reflect the incredible increase in the price of gold. It hit a 1-year high on Friday. I am priced when I was at near the 1-year low, because that's when I bought it. So I'm going to say the price that I bought it at. And if I have to go out and buy the highest price in a year, then of course my price is going to go up to the highest price in a year. But that's not the case for this quantity that I have remaining. About 5 dozen of the 2.5 grams, about 8 dozen of the 5 grams is all that is available. The 5 grams are actually selling very, very, very quickly.
Mike, what about the 10 grams? Do we know how many are left?
I don't know.
How many do we have left in the 10 grams? Okay, we're going to show